moment kind of conversation I want to have, building on the CEO conversation. CEOs. All right, so the black CEOs are the CEOs in the hip hop game that we see flourishing. You got your Jay-Z's, you got your Diddy's, 50 Cent, Master P, Dre, Dame Dash, to name a few. Young entrepreneurs that we are, building entrepreneurs that we are. What blueprint do you best take in your conquest, in your pursuit in being a CEO and a mogul and a billionaire? What blueprint do you see better? Which one would you rather emulate? Jay-Z, Diddy, 50 Cent, Master P, Dre, or Dame Dash? Out of those pools, which one do you know what I mean, idolize most, and which one do you want to use blueprint to, you know what I mean, move forward with your business?
I like the Rockefeller blueprint. Let me clarify. The Rockefeller, blueprint is remaining, and more so the Dame Dash. I'm not saying that I'm picking Dame Dash over Jay-Z as a businessman, but I'm saying like more so the Dame Dash in that aspect of always remaining in control, of your company, never giving up that control of your company. And this is, what I want to maintain, through, and not to say that at some point you want to sell your company and start a new one, but make sure the price is right. But I like the way Dame Dash moves, as far as business, and again.
So you take Dame Dash over all. You take Dame Dash over Jay-Z, Diddy, 50, Master P, and Dre. That's Dame Dash would be your number one.
No, I'm not. No, I'm just saying the Rockefeller.
Okay.
Blueprint.
So that being said,
when I say the block, let me clarify the Rockefeller blueprint. How they came into the game with their own money. Yeah. You know what I mean? They did their own thing. They was with Def Jam, but they had more so of a partnership with Def Jam, as opposed to them, working for Def Jam.
Now, so you would take a little bit of Jay and a little bit of Dame.
Pretty much.
Do you agree with the split? Do you think it was the right move for both parties? Do you agree with how it was done? Well, first, to answer that one, do you agree with the split? Do you think it was the right move on their part to just say, we're no longer going to do business together? Jay-Z, you have your you know what I mean, legendary pilot that you got going on. Dame, I'm going to continue to do what I do and build this brand like I got it going on. What do you think about that? Do you think it was the right thing?
In hindsight, I think, if they would have stayed together, it could have been more powerful. I think they probably should have, definitely stayed together, because they really could have had, and that's even like with like Murder Inc. and different people and the Rough Riders and all them groups that was together.
Yeah.
It really could have been something. We could have had our publishing house. We could have had our distribution, company, that we own, and we had to say so, over. But, as it goes, and then here's the thing, like, because with the Dame Dash situation, people are going to say, if I do pick Dame Dash, they're going to say, oh, well, Dame Dash, is worth negative this. But one thing we got to understand, though, Dame Dash done already went through like 300 million. Remember, him and Jay, they was all partners when they made the money. So he already reached the apex. Now, of course, Jay-Z's damn near a billionaire now, so that's a little bit different. And people have their criticisms of how he got there and everything. So, Dame did it too. He got damn near close. I mean, he had partners, but you got to give him his credit, and he still has other ventures out there too. So,
right,
definitely. You got to remain, in control, of your company.
I love the fact that Dame Dash is for herself at all time, always your own boss, never answering to anybody. And even, I don't want to say Jay-Z to a certain degree answers to somebody, but Dame Dash wanted to completely just eliminate that out of the equation. If it's going to be something where I have you in the equation, it's strictly a partnership where I have control. You won't tell me a thing. He raises children on that. He raises his brand on that. And that's something that definitely should be respected. But I'm going to throw another name in there because I really like how 50 Cent does his shit. And maybe that's because I'm into the entertainment and the movies and the creative process that goes into that, to production. I'll eventually see myself getting and diving into that as a writer and as a producer and things. So I appreciate and respect what I see 50 doing with the alcohol, with the rap, with the movies and branding and things like that with these various networks. I really love what 50 Cent's doing, and he still remains authentic. He doesn't give a fuck what's going on. He doesn't care what anybody thinks. He's going to get on Instagram and troll. It doesn't really seem to hurt his brand to do whatever he wants to do. And I really
what's funny about that though, when you talk about that, you got to remember who laid the blueprint for all that. Dame and them.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, they kind of laid the blueprint for the vodka, the sneakers.
No doubt, the clothing lines.
Yeah, but what Dame said, though, what he said was like, he wasn't really hating, because he said, like, and he talked about revolt. He kind of, said that he has something else, an idea. He maybe Diddy kind of, you know, but he said if they're going to do it better, he's not mad. If they, you can't be mad. You definitely can't be mad at that. And so yeah, that's dope.
I think Dame is such a real dude where you would highlight the fact that maybe you did start it, but you got to be happy at the people that are winning from it, because it's not an easy blueprint to follow. If it was easy, everybody be doing it.
Right.
And you see a select few of people that's really out here winning, doing it, and they're doing it at a rapid pace, and they're setting up the blueprint for other people like ourselves to really go out here and win. People that we're going to get on the Uncensored Truth podcast and interview that we're excited about. Sir Charles, DJ Camper, shout out to you brothers. If you don't know the names, you better look them up, because they're coming right here on the Uncensored Truth podcast.
Yes,
and they're coming to each and every one of your living rooms because they're dope. DJ Camper's library is ridiculous. Go look him up. Sir Charles, his writing library is unbelievable. Shout out to both of them brothers. But to get back on the CEO conversation, I mean, I think that Dame and Jay-Z definitely may have set the blueprint for the black entrepreneur, especially, you know what I mean, coming out of the hip hop game. Because 50 Cent, I mean, you got shot 9 times. He was a gangster rapper. He was feared. And now he could throw on the suit and have conversations with anybody. He completely changed who he was as a brand and as a standard. And you seen that early on in conversation. He could engage and get into a conversation with anybody. It was so dope. And I mean, that's what separates him from the rest.
Dame's the most feared man. I hate to cut you off. Dame Dash is the most feared man in the industry, right? And the most dangerous man in the industry.
You gotta
that's not in the industry.
We fuck with Dame. We fuck with him heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just because I'm looking at the way he moves, and I'm looking at how a lot of people are not speaking up like Dame is speaking up.
Talk about it. Elaborate.
Because it's like he's even like so, you know, somebody might have like a bad business deal with somebody, you know what I mean? They might not say nothing, you know what I mean? But he's going on and like came at these people, you know, who and called them by name culture vultures in a book. And even some of his videos he did. So it's like he's not only trying to set the blueprint to help the culture, he's actually warning people, and he's putting his money where his mouth is with it.
Well, he's doing what I just alluded to with Donald Glover. He's running toward the problem as opposed to running away from it.
Thank you. Right.
He's running toward the problem. And you see even Jay-Z alluding to that, but more so in his music. Respect Jimmy Iovine, but you got to respect the Elohim as a whole new regime, and niggas playing for power. Like, he's talking about it too, maybe, and so more creatively in his artist form. He's not in your face like a Dame Dash is, which can also be respected because he's feared because of his honesty. He's not afraid to be the asshole. He's not afraid to put his authenticity and his honesty on the table for you to accept it or deny it. He doesn't care. And there comes a certain power and danger, and people in higher power don't want to see that, especially from a darker skinned color or person of color. They don't want to see a fearless dude because they've historically, systematically controlled us off of fear. We talked about that and the power of just how even Nat Turner and the evolution of that, and how we talked about that and how they got us with the Bible and little things. We could get into deep conversation, but when you see a dude, the alpha male, how we're supposed to walk around, say, nah, I'm going to go through you. I'm not going to sit there and walk beside you. I'm above you. Why would I sit there and go side by side with somebody I'm more superior than? I'm not going to do it. And he is unapologetically go out there and do it. And maybe that's why he gets a lot of the when you see him put on the media, you see the -2 million, or you see the stuff, not really understanding the power even becomes behind that. Go buy the Culture Vulture book right now. No, we both got it. I got to dig into it. Dame Dash is an animal, man. We would love to have him on the Uncensored Truth podcast.
Yeah,
and
who want to pay taxes?
And
like think about who. That's why you got to really look at it, and people can't really understand it till they get into that, you know, position. It's like if you make 50 racks, you don't want nobody saying that 21 of this is theirs. You know what I mean? For what?
Right.
So you want to say, so as a businessman, and this is kind of touching around what Dame explains a little bit. And I mean, he has his own words. You got to get the book. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like all my money is funneling into my business. I ain't got money for taxes. That's just real talk. You know what I mean? I really, I can't afford to pay you for what? For you for what? What am I giving you 21% of my fucking money for? For what? You can't justify, and we getting killed, we getting shot down in the street and shit. Like, come on, you got to be crazy. So it's just like, yo, and that's another reason why I think Jay-Z may have got away from him. That's a whole nother topic, is because he was too fearless, and he didn't want to be beside a man like that trying to go forward in the corporate world anymore. Well, it just won't work.
It hurts the brand, and maybe Jay-Z seen a different blueprint than Dame Dash did, and I'm sure that was a lot of the reason why they split up. And you can't blame Jay-Z for that. A lot of people inquired at how they move in different. Like I'm necessarily not the most outbursting the person that's gonna be blah 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 blah. But underneath the scene, it's an assassin under there really making moves and doing it a different way. There's many ways to win a chess game. You know what I mean? There's so many ways you can move and to achieve your objective. So no one is right or wrong in either one of their perspective. It's just a shame that we couldn't see them both coincide, and we couldn't see Jay-Z maybe fall back. but not completely give away all the magic that could have happened with these two from a business perspective. Because imagine these two coming together now. Yeah, you're going to disagree. They're going to disagree like a motherfucker.
That'd be dope.
It'd be some arguments happening in those boardrooms, but the end result would be dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, definitely, man. But you're listening to the Uncensored Truth podcast with Brother Old God and Sam Ant. Man, it's been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful podcast once again. We want y'all to go into the description box and make sure y'all go to the playlist and check it out. Hit the like button for me and make sure you share this video. I want to give a shout out to my man Darren Marion over there at Darren's Coffee right now. The description will be, the link will be in the description box. A little back with them. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. I want to give a shout out to Nico, Baby Boy 120 for life. If you don't know the movement, you gotta ask somebody. We got some big shit coming soon. My girl Vanessa, my brother Angel over at One Love Tattoo, 710 East Landis Ave in Vineland. They have an official opening date, May 11th. It is going down, 2018. One Love Tattoo Art Gallery will be open. We're going live from the art gallery on Friday, this Friday to be exact. We're going to shoot our podcast there. We're going to have a live hip-hop conversation. There's been many hip-hop names that went through the art gallery already. We'll let them talk about that. Real dope people, dope energy. We'll be shooting there probably on the weekly, man. We're going to set up a real good relationship over there, but we're excited about that. Shout out to my family over there at One Love Tattoo. Make sure y'all go up top, hit that like button on the Uncensored Truth podcast, Viral Hip Hop News Uncensored. The official YouTube page is coming real soon. We're going to do some dangerous things out here, man. Haters beware.
Yes,
we
sir.
win it. We win it.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.